Hey, welcome to chair yoga. Let's get yourself a sturdy chair. A folding chair would be fine. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. If you've got a mat, use a mat, maybe a couple blocks if you've got them. If not, that's okay. You can use a book or you don't necessarily need them. And maybe a strap or a towel could be handy towards the end of our practice today. So if you've got those things, go ahead and get them. And if not, that's okay. You can just kind of make modifications as you need to. So let's kind of settle in, get yourself centered in your chair, scoot your hips towards the back, and use just kind of start in a seated mountain pose with your spine long. Your shoulders are rolled down your back. Feet are pressed firmly onto the ground. For those that may be a little vertically challenged, you can also put your feet up on a block to kind of bring that ground up closer to you if needed. But just find yourself in a comfortable seat where you're able to relax and gently invite you to close your eyes if that feels good for you, or just gently soften your gaze, looking down the end of your nose, allowing your breath to start moving deeply into your lungs, into the belly, and open your mouth as you exhale, releasing, letting go. Inhaling fully and deeply, and allowing yourself to soften as you exhale. And continue to breathe in deeply, receiving the fullness of this moment, and exhaling completely, letting go of all expectations, all striving. In yoga, we honor the practice of aparigraha, which means non-attachment. Aparigraha teaches us that clinging too tightly, clinging to outcomes, to certain identities, to possessions, these things only limit our freedom. That true peace comes from not holding on, but from trusting that we are held by something greater than ourselves. And this truth stretches across all spiritual wisdoms. In Matthew 6:19 through 21, we are reminded, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So this thought just invites you to release your attachment to worldly things, spiritual things, allowing your attachment to be on a higher power, a higher purpose. So as you move through today's practice, let your breath be your anchor, letting go of your expectations, of your plans for the day, of any stress or worry. And trust that by loosening your grip, you open your hand to receive something even greater. You are already whole. Nothing you lose or gain will change that. On your next inhale, go ahead and sit up tall. Kind of walk your hips forward to about the center of your chair. Getting your feet under your knees, having a 90-degree ankle at the knees and at the hips. Spine's nice and tall, shoulders rolled down your back. And as you inhale, circle your arms up, stretching tall through your side. And as you exhale, bring your left hand around your back as you stretch your right arm up and lean over towards the left, coming into a side bend with a little bit of a bind with that left arm reaching around behind. If you can grab your hip, you can do that, or just to the small of your back, just wherever that arm sits comfortably. And focus on pressing that right hip down into your chair as you arch up and over, stretching your right arm over towards the left side. Pulling your breath down the side of your body into your lungs, feeling the expansion of your ribs. And one more inhale, reaching your right arm out long. And exhale, coming back up to center. Left hand unravels, comes up to meet the right, stretching tall through your waists. And as you exhale, right arm comes down behind your back, left arm stretches up and over, side bending over towards your right, leaving your shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. And on your right side, like you're arching up and over a ball or a barrel, lengthening down the left side of the body from the shoulder all the way down to the hip. And one more inhale, stretching your left arm out long. Exhale, coming back up to center. Right arm comes up to meet the left, reaching up tall. And then exhaling, twisting over towards the left, right arm to your left outer leg. Left arm comes behind, grabbing the back of the chair. Focus on lengthening your spine as you inhale and breathing into the twist as you exhale. Letting your breath continue to breathe deeply down into the belly and using your breath to soften and deepen into the twist. Your next inhale, go ahead and gently unravel. Arms circle up overhead, stretching up long through your sides. And then exhale, twisting over towards the right. Left hand to your right outer leg. Right arm comes behind, grabbing onto the chair. Or you can press that hand into the small of your back to help remind you to lengthen your spine. Leaving your shoulders pressed down away from your ears. And continuing to breathe fully and deeply into your twist. And one final inhale, lengthening your spine tall. And exhaling into the twist. And gently unravel, coming back to center. Once more, arms circle up overhead. And as you exhale, bending at the waist, coming into a forward fold. You can use your blocks here, resting your hands on the blocks or down on top of your feet or to the ground. Bending at the waist, letting your chest rest on top of your thighs, letting your neck soften and dangle down towards the ground. Just taking a few breaths here in your forward fold. Just feeling the release of your low back. Your next inhale, gently roll slowly up to a seated position. Inhale, arms circle up, stretching up tall in your spine. Exhale, forward fold, just moving with your breath. Inhale, rolling it up. Upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. And one more. Inhale, rolling up, upward salute. And exhale for your forward fold. Inhale, coming back up to a seated position. Shoulders rolling down your back, palms facing forward, spine's nice and tall. Just taking a moment here in your mountain pose. And we're going to gently stand. I'm going to turn my chair here so you can see. We're going to stand in front of your chair. So you'll come 2 or 3 inches away from your chair. Feet will be hips width apart. You're going to bend at the waist, coming into a standing kind of a tabletop, pressing the palms of your hand firmly into the seat of the chair. Fingers will be spread wide. Your wrists under your shoulders, hips over your ankles, pulling your belly button in to activate your abdominal muscles, lengthening your spine from your tailbone, pressing out through the top of your head. Just feeling the activation of your arms, of your legs, of your core as you hold your tabletop for a couple more breaths. Then on your next inhale, I want you to raise your right leg up off the ground to your own degree and raise it up as high as you can without tilting that hip up. I want you to keep your hips square to the ground, keep your abdomen pulled in tight to support that low back. And if this is enough of a balance here, you can stay here. But if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can stretch that left arm out forward, about in the same alignment with your ear, thumbs pressing up towards the sky, pinkies down towards the ground, just stretching out long through your fingertips, all the way out through the heel of your right foot, pressing your left foot and right hand firmly down into the ground, into the chair. And take one more inhale, stretching out long. And exhale, dropping your hand and foot back down to the ground. Putting a gentle bend in your knees. We're going to flow through some cat and cows. So as you inhale, tucking the pelvis up, arching the back, pulling your chest through, and gaze gently looks up. And as you exhale, tuck the pelvis, arching the back, curling the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, opening up into your cow. Exhaling into your cat. And just continue moving at your own pace with your breath through a few more cycles of cat and cow. And meet me back into your tabletop. Hands pressing firmly down into the seat of the chair, hips over your feet, feet pressing firmly into the floor. And when you're ready, putting your weight into your right foot as you lift your left foot up off the ground, keeping your core pulled in tight to support that low back. Once again, just coming up to your own degree. If you can get parallel to the floor, that's great. If not, if you're just an inch or two off the ground, that's great too. Just find your edge where you can maintain and breathe. And to add a little more balance, stretch that right hand out forward if you want that extra challenge. Keeping your gaze at a focal point will help with the balance. And continuing to breathe as you stretch long through your fingertips all the way out through the heel of your left foot. And one more inhale, stretching it out long. And exhale, hand and foot back down to the ground. Bending those knees slightly as you come into your cow, arching your back, pulling your chest through. Exhaling, curling into your cat, tucking your pelvis, tucking your chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And once again, meet me back in your tabletop. You want to do a little more core work here. And we're going to, as you inhale, I want you to bring your right knee and tap your right elbow. If you can tap it, that's great. Just get as close as you can. Exhale, foot back down. Inhale, left knee to left elbow, and exhale down. Continue moving with your breath as you bring your knee to your elbow. Work on activating that core, squeezing in tight to work those abdominals. Make it controlled and kind of exaggerated so you get that core activation. Last one here. Meet me back into tabletop and inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and kind of roll those wrists, kind of releasing some of that tension there. I'm going to flip my chair around so I can come back into a seat here, kind of sitting towards the middle of your chair, and I do a little bit of arm work. So open your arms up wide, parallel to the floor. Spine's nice and tall, keeping that core in tight, feet pressed firmly onto the ground. And as you inhale, you're going to bring your hands into your shoulders, then tapping your elbows. Exhale, open up and extend, pulling those shoulder blades together. Tap your shoulders, elbows, open up, extend. Shoulders, elbow, open up, extend. A few more here. Remember to keep that spine long, continuing to breathe with your movement, keeping your core activated to support that low back. Once we open up here, leaving that spine long, just start with some gentle circles forward, palms facing up to the sky, leaving those shoulders relaxed down away from your ears, and then reverse, going in the opposite direction. And come to stillness and pull those thumbs towards the back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, you're going to cross your right arm over your left at the elbow, then grabbing to your shoulders. It's coming into a bear hug, wrapping those hands round towards the back of your shoulder, keeping those elbows in alignment with your shoulders, kind of parallel to the ground. Pulling your breath just across your upper back, feeling the expansion of your shoulder blades as you inhale, and letting everything soften as you exhale. A couple more breaths here. On your next inhale, opening back up wide, pulling your thumbs behind, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and then crossing left arm over right at the elbows, coming into your bear hug, wrapping towards the back, getting a good shoulder stretch here, leaving those elbows up in alignment with your shoulders, or as close as you can. Just allowing your body to settle where is comfortable. You don't want any pain or any pinching into the joint, but you want a good deep stretch, something that you're able to breathe through. If you need to drop the elbows to lessen the tension, go ahead and do that. Just a couple more breaths here. And inhale, open up wide. Once again, pulling those thumbs towards the back, squeezing those shoulder blades in, and exhale and release. Go ahead and shake it out. Once again, I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see the next little flow here. Coming about to the middle of your chair towards the front here, we're going to kind of flow through a chair mountain flow here. So you're going to start with your spine tall, feet firmly onto the ground. And as you inhale, you're going to lean forward, palms facing towards the ground. Then coming up, hovering an inch or two off of the chair for a moment, and then standing into a full mountain pose. Taking a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, coming back to hover just above the chair, arms down to the ground, and then sitting back in. Go ahead and cross your arms over your chest and lean towards the back. Try not to touch if you can avoid it. And then coming back to a seated position. Inhale, lean forward, arms up. Come up to hover for just a moment. And exhale, stand up tall. Stay for the inhale. Exhale down to hover, coming into a chair, and then coming on down, crossing the arms, coming back, lean back without touching, and back up to a seated position. Couple more of these. Inhale forward, come up to hover for just a moment, and stand, pressing down into the ground. Inhale deeply. Exhale into your chair, and then have a seat, crossing the arms, lean back, and coming back forward. Inhale, lean forward, come up to hover, and stand. Deep inhale. Exhale back to hover, and down, crossing the arms, lean back, and back to center. And go ahead and inhale, arms up, straighten those legs. You're going to come into a straight-legged forward fold, bending at the waist. Once again, you can use your blocks here to rest your hands down onto as you drop your head down towards your knees, lengthening your spine with each inhale and breathing into the fold with your exhale. And one more inhale, lengthening your spine long. Exhaling into the fold. And gently walking back up to a seated position. Again, kind of staying in the middle of your chair here. We're going to do a few bicycles, going to do a little more core work here. So you can hold on to the seat to help give you a little bit of support here and kind of lean back. You can go ahead and rest all the way back if you need to, if you need that extra support, or you can keep some space so that you're not using that chair, leaving your shoulders relaxed, and then go ahead and lift in those knees and start bicycling those legs. Continuing to breathe as you circle those legs, bicycling. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And down. Go ahead and just kind of shake it out. Grab your strap or a towel if you need to. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So wrapping the strap around the ball of your foot, leaving your right knee bent, right foot flat on the floor, lengthening your left leg out and pulling your strap, raising that leg up to your own degree, keeping your spine nice and tall as you get that good deep stretch down the back side of your extended leg. Just coming up to your own degree. If you can grab your foot and pull it in tighter, or use your strap or towel to assist as you need. Just continuing to breathe into the stretch. One more inhale, stretch it up tall, and release as you exhale. Moving the strap over to your other foot. So left foot's going to stay flat on the floor, left knee's bent. Strap around the ball of your right foot, right leg is long, spine's extended, core's in tight, and using that strap to raise that extended leg just up to your own degree, bringing it up until you get that good stretch along your hamstring. And remember to breathe into the stretch. You can leave a gentle bend here in your knee so that it's not locked out. Leaving that foot flexed will help intensify the stretch. One more inhale. Bring your knee a little closer to your head and release on your exhale. Gonna drop that strap down. We're gonna do another round of bicycles here. So grabbing the support of the base of the chair if you need to, leaning back to about 45 degrees. And when you're ready, feet come off the ground and start bicycling. You want to increase your challenge, cross your hands at your chest, and let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And down we go. Grab your strap. Let's do another set of hamstring stretches. Try to go a little bit deeper on this second stretch if you can. But once again, just find your edge. I don't want you to push past anything. I don't want you to cause any injury. Just listen to your body and extend that leg, pulling it up, keeping that foot flexed, keeping your spine nice and long, and just closing the gap between your forehead and your knee as much as you can. One more inhale, pull it in tight, and release with your exhale, moving your strap over to the other side. Wrapping around the ball of your foot, left foot flat on the floor, right leg's extended, and inhale, pulling that it's your right leg up off the ground. Just once again, coming to your own degree, just finding your edge where you get that good stretch along your hamstring. Keeping that foot flexed will give you a stretch down your calf. Just find the edge where it's intense, but you're still able to breathe through it. That's where you want to be. And one more inhale, close the gap, and release on down. Your next inhale, just circle your arms up, and exhale, left arm's going to come behind your back, going to come back into this side bend with a bit of a bind. Just allowing your breath to help deepen the stretch, feeling the expansion of your right ribs as you inhale into your right side body. Inhale back up to center, stretching up long through your waist. Exhale, right hand comes behind the back, left arm reaches up and over, coming into a side bend stretch towards the right. And wherever's comfortable for your neck, if it's better to look up towards your arm, or you can look down towards the ground. Just whichever causes the least amount of tension on your neck. And one more inhale, reaching your left arm out long. Exhale, coming back up to center, stretching up through your side. And exhale over to the left, coming into a twist. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, looking over that left shoulder. One more inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhaling into the twist. Inhale back up to center, arms reach up tall. And exhale, twisting towards the right, left hand to your right outer knee, right hand to the back of the chair or to the small of your back. One more inhale, lengthening your spine tall. And exhaling into the twist. Inhale, coming back to center, arms circle up. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Go ahead and just kind of walk yourself to the back of your chair, letting your hips rest solidly into the chair. Feet are gently on the ground, allowing your back to relax into your seat. And you can rest your hands gently in your lap. You can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, or just let them dangle down at your side, whichever position is most comfortable as we come into our Shavasana, our final resting pose of the class. Just allowing your breath to move freely and deeply through your body. I invite you to close your eyes here and reflect on your practice today. And just notice how you're feeling now as compared to the beginning of practice. Notice any heat that you may have built up. Feel a gentle, buzzing of energy moving under your skin. And as you continue to breathe deeply, sinking into the spaciousness you have created, feel the gentle flow of breath moving effortless and freely through your body, reminding you that not everything needs to be held tightly, that it's okay to release and let go. Yoga teaches us that non-attachment is an act of trust, a courageous stepping back from control to allow life to unfold as it must. This sacred truth is reflected again in spiritual wisdom. In 2 Corinthians 4:18, we are reminded, so we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Love, peace, gratitude, faith, those are all unseen, and those are all such strong, courageous goals to fix your eyes onto. Releasing the things that you can see and grasping for the things that you can't see. will allow you to have a higher meaning in life, a higher purpose, a higher connection. So as you rest here, know you are not defined by what you hold, and you are not lessened by what you release. And letting go, you step into something deeper, truer, and everlasting. So I invite you to carry this spaciousness with you off of your mat today, carrying with you a heart that is free to love, free to trust, and free to just simply be. Begin to gently wiggle your fingers and toes, waking up the body. Sitting up tall, settling with your head over heart, heart over pelvis. Bringing hands to prayer at heart center, just feeling that connection to your thumbs in the center of your chest, feeling your heart, and just letting that energy and love flow out with each breath. Thank you for joining me in practice today. I am blessed to be able to practice with you and to serve you. I bow to you. Namaste.